So in today's class, we're going to discuss partial derivatives. So what is meant by partial derivative? See, in the lower classes or in the lower semester, you have studied derivative of a function of one variable. There you had one independent variable and one dependent variable. Say for example, if x is the independent variable, then you had f of x, which is dependent on x. Since your function is dependent on only one variable, you are differentiating your f of x with respect to x only. For example, what is the derivative of f of x? You know that it is given by f dash of x, f dash of x. What is f dash of x? Which is equal to limit as, right? Limit as, limit of what? X here, s tends to 0, s tends to 0, f of x plus h, x plus h, right? Minus f of x, f of x divided by x plus h minus x, which gives you h. X plus h minus f of x. That gives you, see, this f of x plus h minus f of x plus h minus f of x divided by x plus h minus f of x. In fact, this is slope of a tangent, and limit of this is a slope of a tangent. Usually we used to write a derivative at x equal to a. Then it is given by f dash of a, which is limit as x tends to a, f of x minus f of a divided by x minus a. So in the place of x, I have written x plus h. In place of a, I have written x. That's it. So x plus h minus x gives you h. So instead of x minus a, you're having h. That's it. X tends to a. If you send a to this side, that gives you x minus a tends to 0, but x minus a is h. That's why I'm having h tends to 0. So both are one and the same representation. So this is derivative of a function, isn't it? Now here this derivative is dependent only on x, right? That's why this is total derivative. Now the question is, suppose if they are given function of two variables, that means your f is dependent on two variables, x and y, two independent variable, right? Then what is the derivative of f? That is the question. You know that derivative is nothing but rate of change, isn't it? Say for example, if you take a human being, right, depending on time, height of a person as well as breadth of a person varies. So when time changes, height also changes, breadth also changes, right? If you assume that example, then the question is, suppose if the breadth is not changing but height is changing, don't you think the person has changed? Yes, even though breadth is constant, Because height has changed, the person is changed. Will you agree or not? ನೋಡಿ, ಒಬ್ಬ ವ್ಯಕ್ತಿಯಿಂದ ಅವನ ಹೈಟ್ ಮತ್ತೆ ಬ್ರೆಡ್ತ್ ಚೇಂಜ್ ಆಗ್ತಿದೆ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಅದು ರೇಟ್ ಆಫ್ ಚೇಂಜ್. ರೇಟ್ ಆಫ್ ಚೇಂಜ್ ಇನ್ ಹೈಟ್, ರೇಟ್ ಆಫ್ ಚೇಂಜ್ ಇನ್ ಬ್ರೆಡ್ತ್ ವಿತ್ ರೆಸ್ಪೆಕ್ಟ್ ಟು ಟೈಮ್ ಮೇಲೆ. ಸಪೋಸ್ ಬ್ರೆಡ್ತ್ ಚೇಂಜ್ ಆಗ್ತಿಲ್ಲ, ಅವನು ಹೈಟ್ ಮಾತ್ರ ಚೇಂಜ್ ಆಗ್ತಿದ್ದಾನೆ, ಟೈಮ್ 1 ವರ್ಷ 2 ವರ್ಷ 3 ವರ್ಷ ಹೀಗೆ, ಆಗಲೂ ಆ ಪರ್ಸನ್ ಚೇಂಜ್ ಆಗ್ತಾನ ಇಲ್ವಾ? ಎಸ್, ದಿ ಪರ್ಸನ್ ಚೇಂಜಸ್. ಸಪೋಸ್ ಅವನ ಹೈಟ್ ಬೆಳೀತಿಲ್ಲ, ಅಗಲ ಮಾತ್ರ ಆಗ್ತಿದ್ದಾನೆ, ಬ್ರೆಡ್ತ್ ಚೇಂಜ್ ಆಗ್ತಿದೆ, ಆಗಲೂ ಆ ಪರ್ಸನ್ ಚೇಂಜ್ ಆಗ್ತಾನ ಇಲ್ಲ? ಎಸ್. ಸೊ ಹಿಯರ್ rate of change of a person is dependent on time, but with respect to time, height also changes, then also person changes. Breadth changes, then also person changes. So if you assume that example as a function of 2 variable, right? Let me take one variable as x, another variable as y. Suppose y is kept constant, that means one variable is kept constant. Only the other variable is rate of change of other variable is considered. Then derivative of f of xy with respect to that variable which is changing, say x, is given by, similar to this fashion, instead of f dash of x, because you are having 2 variable and we have kept one variable as constant, it is denoted by dou f by dou x, or dou f of xy by dou x, because it is changing with respect to x only. Limit as s tends to 0, f of only x is changing, x plus h, comma y minus, similar to this, f of x comma y. Remember, your y is constant. That's why it is remaining same. Only x is changing. That's why f of x plus h comma y minus f of xy divided by h. So by keeping y as constant, we have found the derivative of this function with respect to x. Hence, this is called as partial derivative of the given function f with respect to x. And it is denoted by dou f by dou x, or simply fx. Because your f is the function and you are differentiating with respect to x, this means fx means it is partial derivative of f with respect to x. So partial derivative means you have to consider only one variable and you have to keep the remaining variables as constant while differentiating. That is the idea. Since I have considered a function f of xy, this is the case. Next, similar to this, suppose x is kept as constant and now y is changing. Then the derivative of f of xy with respect to variable y is given by, similar to this, partial derivative of f with respect to y, that is dou f by dou y is equal to, if it is a full derivative, I would have used d. D indicates full derivative. But since I'm partially differentiating, I'm using dou, a delta, right? Dou f by dou y is equal to, limit as, I've used a different notation, that's it, k. You can write h itself. Limit as k tends to 0, f of, because it's a function of 2 variable, x remains same, x comma, only y is changing. So y plus k I have written minus f of xy divided by their difference. X cancels, y plus k minus y is k. So k. So limit of this is your partial derivative of y, f with respect to y. That means when you are partially differentiating, you have to keep one variable as constant and you have to differentiate with respect to other. That's why it is partial derivative. It is not full derivative, because you are having 2 variables and you are considering one at a time, rate of change of one variable at a time. So what is the partial derivative of x with respect to y? You have to keep y as constant and you have to differentiate with respect to x. While what is the partial derivative of f of xy with respect to y, you have to keep x as constant and you have to differentiate with respect to y. And this partial derivative of y, partial derivative of f with respect to y is denoted by fy. So whenever you see fy, what is the meaning of that? It is partial derivative of f with respect to y. Okay. What is the meaning of this? It is partial derivative of f with respect to x. So when you are differentiating with respect to x, you have to keep y as constant in the function. When you are differentiating with respect to f, differentiating f with respect to y, you have to keep x as constant. And what is the partial derivative of f with respect to x and y at some point a comma b means you have to partially differentiate f with respect to x and you have to give value for x as a and y as b. Partial derivative of f with respect to y at a comma b means you have to give x value as a and y value as b. That's how you're going to find the partial derivatives. So what is meant by partial derivative of f with respect to x? For finding partial derivative of any function, you have to keep y as constant and you have to differentiate with respect to x. That gives you partial derivative of f with respect to x. Partial derivative of f with respect to y means you have to keep x as constant. Suppose if you are having f of xyz as a function, while differentiating with respect to x, you have to keep y and z as constant. Right? Other two variables must be kept as constant. While differentiating with respect to y, you have to keep x and z as constant. And while differentiating with respect to z, you have to keep x and y as constant. That's it. By treating the other variables as constant, you have to differentiate with respect to only one variable at a time. So this is what partial derivative means. Now let us see some examples. The first one is partial derivative of f of xy at x equal to 2 and y equal to 3. You know that at x equal to 2 and y equal to 3. Let us find out the partial derivative of this. This is first order partial derivative. Of course, we are differentiating only once. That's why it is called as first order partial derivatives. Right? Now let us differentiate this f with respect to x. Partially differentiate with respect to x. So dou f by dou x is equal to, remember when you are differentiating with respect to x, your y is constant. So 3 and y are constant, they'll remain same. What is the derivative of x cube? It is 3x square. So 3 into 3, 9x square y. Plus, what is the derivative of 4xy square? 4 and y square are constant. What is the derivative of x? Derivative of x with respect to x is 1. So 4y square is there. Minus 2 is constant. What is the derivative of x? 1. So minus 2 into 1 is minus 2. Now, what is the derivative of 4y? 4 is also constant. Y is also constant because you are differentiating partially with respect to x. Therefore, what is the derivative of constant? 0. There is no x term. 0. Similarly, what is the derivative of constant? 0. So simply 9x square y plus 4y square minus 2. That is your partial derivative of f with respect to x. Now, partially differentiate this with respect to y. Dou f by dou y is equal to 3 and x cube are constant because you are partially differentiating with respect to y. When you are differentiating with respect to y, ನೀವು y ಮೇಲೆ differentiate ಮಾಡುವಾಗ y ಒಂದೇ ವೇರಿಯಬಲ್, ಉಳಿದಿದ್ದೆಲ್ಲ ಕಾನ್ಸ್ಟೆಂಟ್ಸ್. So 3 and x cube are constant. What is the derivative of y with respect to y? 1. So 1 into 3x cube is 3x cube. Plus 4 and x are constant in the second one. But what is the derivative of y square? It is 2y. 2 into 4, 8, 8xy. Now, what is the derivative of minus 2x? Here minus 2 is also constant, x is also constant. So derivative of constant is 0 plus 4 into, what is the derivative of y? 1. 1 into 4 is 4. Okay. Minus, what is the derivative of this constant? 0. So simply you'll get this much. Now we got partial derivative of f with respect to x and f with respect to y. But we need partial derivatives at x equal to 2 and y equal to 3. Therefore, substitute x equal to 2 and y equal to 3 in this. That gives you partial derivative at x equal to 2 and y equal to 3. If you substitute x equal to 2 and y equal to 3, you'll get partial derivative of f with respect to x as 142 and partial derivative of f with respect to y as 76 at x equal to 2 and y equal to 3. So this is what partial derivative of f with respect to x and y at x equal to 2 and y equal to 3. Now let us see one more example. Suppose if z equal to square root of x square plus y square, prove that x into zx plus y into zy equal to z. Now here, you know that zx means it is partial derivative of z with respect to x. What is your zy? It is partial derivative of z with respect to y. So we need partial derivative of z with respect to x and z with respect to y to find this. Okay, given that z equal to this, but square root can be written as to the power of half. Now partially differentiate this. What are you going to get? Dou z by dou x equal to, because this is to the power of half. So we know this is of the form x to the power of n. We cannot separate x and y here. So this is x to the power of n form. So n into, that is half into x square plus y square to the power of half minus 1 into, what is the derivative of this? Now leave the power, find the derivative of this. Derivative of x square is 2x plus derivative of y square 0, because you are differentiating with respect to x. So simply 2x is there. Now 2 get cancelled. Fine. Half minus 1 is minus half. If you send that one to denominator, that will become 1 by x square plus y square to the power of half. To the power of half means square root. So here x is remaining. So x divided by square root of x square plus y square. That's it. Next, we need dou z by dou y. That is partial differentiation of z with respect to y. As usual, outside term is power. So half into x square plus y square to the power of half minus 1, because we cannot separate x and y here. So we have to take this one as one function with respect to y. To the power of half minus 1 into, now leave the power, remaining is x square plus y square. Derivative of x square is 0, because we are differentiating with respect to y. Only there is a change in y. So rate of change in x is 0. Next, what is derivative of y square? It is 2y. 2 gets cancels. Send this, half minus 1 is minus half. Send this one to the denominator. That becomes square root of x square plus y square. In the numerator, y will remain. Now let us consider left hand side. The xzx plus yzy. Substitute what is your zx and what is your zy. If you multiply, you'll get x square plus y square divided by square root of this. But we know that this is to the power of 1. So this can be written as square root of x square plus y square whole square. If you cancel square and square root, you will get this. But see the denominator. Denominator is square root of x square plus y square. So 1 square root of x square plus y square gets cancelled. So simply you're going to get square root of x square plus y square. But we know that what was the z that they are given? Our z is square root of x square plus y square. Therefore, I can replace this by z. So we have proved xzx plus yzy is equal to z. That is what the required answer. And this completes the solution. Similarly, we'll go for next one. Suppose u is equal to log of tan x plus tan y plus tan z. That means this is a function having 3 independent variables x, y, z. Then prove that sine 2x into dou u by dou x plus sine 2y into dou u by dou y plus sine 2z into dou u by dou z equal to 2. Whatever form that this might have been given, you have to see the derivatives, whether derivatives are present here or not. You have to find those derivatives using the given function. Now let us find out dou u by dou x first. I told you when you are differentiating with respect to x partially, you have to keep the other variables other than x as constants. But since here tan x plus tan y plus tan z, sum is given, you cannot separate this one. So this is a function of x totally. Log of this, so log is the outside function. So first differentiate log by assuming this as log x. So what is the derivative of log x? 1 by x. But in place of x, what you are having? Tan x plus tan y plus tan z. I've written that. Then now you leave this log. Remaining is tan x plus tan y plus tan z. We know that the sum can be differentiated separately. So what is the derivative of tan x? Secant square x. Plus what is the derivative of tan y? 0. Because it's a function of, you are differentiating with respect to x. What is the derivative of tan z? 0. Because you are differentiating with respect to x, there is no x. So this is a constant. So simply you'll get this much. Now similarly differentiate this with respect to y. First you have to differentiate the outside function log. Derivative of log is 1 by of this. Now what is the derivative of, forget log, what is the derivative of tan x? 0. Because you are differentiating with respect to y. What is the derivative of tan y? It is secant square y. Plus what is the derivative of tan z? It is 0. So simply you will get secant square y. Similarly, the derivative of u with respect to z. Outside function is log. So log derivative 1 by of this into derivative of tan x is 0, derivative of tan y is 0, and derivative of tan z is secant square z. Now you substitute all these in this and see that are you going to get 2 or not. Now let us consider this left hand side. Sine 2x into dou u by dou x, sine 2y into this, plus sine 2z into this. But we know that dou u by dou x, dou u by dou y, dou u by dou z from this. Substitute them. Now in all of them, 1 by tan x plus tan y plus tan z is common. So take it out. Remaining is sine 2x into secant square x plus sine 2 into secant square y plus sine 2z into secant square z. But we know that sine 2x can be written as 2 sin x into cos x. And secant square x is 1 by cos square x. Similarly, sine 2y is 2 sin y into cos y. Secant square y is 1 by cos square y. 2 sin z into cos z is 1 by cos square z. Now 1 cos x, see here 1 cos gets cancelled in all of them. Right? Here also 1 cos gets cancelled. So what is remaining? 2 is also common in all of them. So 2 comes out. Now remaining here is sin x divided by cos x, sin y divided by cos y plus sin z divided by cos z. Is that right? What is sin x by cos x? Tan x. Sin y by cos y, tan y. Sin z by cos z, tan z. So these two are one and the same. Therefore they get cancels. Remaining is 2. That is what the required answer is. So this is how you have to solve when they are given function involving x, y, z. Now let us see one more example. This is also very easy. They are given u, which is a function of x, y, z. You have to prove that this is equal. So let us find out dou u by dou x, dou u by dou y, dou u by dou z. As usual, log is in there. Log is the outside function. So first you have to differentiate with respect to log. Derivative of log is 1 by. Now what is the derivative of x cube with respect to x? It is 3x square. Derivative of y cube, 0. Derivative of z cube, 0, because you are differentiating with respect to x. Minus 3 into yz is constant. Derivative of x is 1. So simply you'll get 3x square minus 3yz. Similarly, derivative of u with respect to y and derivative of u with respect to z. After getting all of them, consider LHS, that is dou u by dou x plus dou u by dou y plus dou u by dou z. Substitute in them, you'll get this much. Actually, we have to show that answer is 3 by x plus y plus z. So what I'll do is, I'll multiply and divide this by x plus y plus z. So multiply by x plus y plus z and divide by x plus y plus z. Now I'll multiply this with this, x into this plus y into this plus z into this. You'll get this much. And cancel out the terms which gets cancels, right? Xy square minus xy square, xz square minus xz square, x square y minus x square y plus x square y, like that. So that you will get x cube minus xyz, y cube minus xyz, z cube minus xyz. If you add them, you'll get 3 times x cube plus y cube plus z cube minus 3xyz. And these two get cancels. So simply you'll get 3 by x plus y plus z. That is what the required answer was. The next one is, if x equal to r cos theta, y equal to r sin theta, then prove that dou r by dou x whole square plus dou r by dou y whole square, this is whole square, right, is equal to 1. So we need derivative of r with respect to x and r with respect to y. But here, your x is a function dependent on r and theta. Y is a function dependent on r and theta. So we need r in terms of x and y. Then only we can find this. So what they are given this, we need r, isn't it? So what I'll do is, I'll find x square plus y square. What is your x? R cos theta whole square. Y, r sin theta whole square. So r square comes out. Cos square theta plus sin square theta is 1. So simply r square is there. But we need r. Therefore, take square root on both sides. So that you will get r equal to square root of x square plus y square. Now we can differentiate this with respect to x and y. Say similarly, you can find theta also. How to find theta? Right? You find y by x. Y divided by x. Right? Y divided by x will be r sin theta by r cos theta. R get cancelled. Sin theta by cos theta will come. Sin theta by cos theta is tan theta. Keep theta as it is. Send tan to this side. So your theta will be tan inverse of y by x. So that's how you can find r and theta also. But here we need r. That's why I've found only r. Right? Theta will be from this tan inverse of y by x. Okay. That is your theta. Fine. Right? So you'll get theta and r also. Now, partially differentiate this r with respect to x. So as usual, square root is the outside function. So this is of the form x to the power of n. So half into x square plus y square whole to the power of half minus 1. Now forget the square root. Differentiation of x square plus y square is, derivative of x square is 2x. Derivative of y square is 0. So simply 2x is there. 2 gets cancels. X square plus y square to the power of half minus 1 is minus half. If you send that one to denominator, 1 by x square plus y square to the power of half, which is square root of this. So you will get x by square root of x square plus y square. That is your dou r by dou x. Similarly, find dou r by dou y. You will get y by this. But we need dou r by dou x whole square plus dou r by dou y whole square. So that will be equal to, substitute them. This is x square, square root cancels. Y square divided by x square plus y square. If you take LCM, you'll get x square plus y square divided by x square plus y square. They get cancels and your answer is 1. That is what the required answer is. Okay. Now, after this, they are given one more problem. Z equal to this, and we need to show that x into dou z by dou x minus y into dou z by dou y is equal to this. As usual, we have to find dou z by dou x and dou z by dou y. So partially differentiate with respect to x and y. Here, minus half is the outside, I mean, power is the outside function. So x to the power of n form. So minus half into 1 minus 2xy plus y square whole to the power of minus half minus 1 into, now leave the power, derivative of 1 is 0, minus 2y is constant, derivative of x is 1, derivative of y square is 0. Simply you'll get this much. Now minus half minus 1 is 3, minus 3 by 2. If you send that one to denominator, 1 by 1 minus 2xy plus y square whole to the power of 3 by 2. 2 get cancels, right? Minus into minus becomes plus, y will remain. Now if you differentiate this partially with respect to y, again, this is y to the power of n form. So minus half into this to the power of minus half minus 1. Now leave the power, derivative of 1 is 0, minus 2x is constant, derivative of y is 1, plus derivative of y square is 2y. If you take 2 outside or minus 2 outside, minus minus cancels, 2 also cancels. This will be to the power of minus 3 by 2 and send this one to denominator, 1 by of this. Here x is there and minus y will come because we have taken minus 2 as constant, common factor. Now substitute these in this. X into this minus y into this. You'll get, if you take LCM, you'll get xy minus xy plus y square divided by this. These two get cancels. Now y square by this. Send this one to numerator. That becomes to the power of minus 3 by 2, which can be written as to the power of minus half whole to the power of 3. If you multiply, you'll get this same thing. But we know that this is nothing but our given function z. See, z is this. So I can write that one as z to the power of 3. So we got y square to the y square into z cube. Right? So when they are given problems of this form, you have to find derivatives and you have to solve them. Zu means partially differentiate u, I mean z with respect to u, and substitute x equal to 0 and y equal to 0. Similarly here, zv means partially derivative of z, partial derivative of z with respect to v, that is dou z by dou v, and you substitute x equal to, z equal to u equal to 0 and v equal to 0. Sorry, u equal to 0, v equal to 0. That's it. Here, x into fx plus y into fy. Partial derivative of x with respect to, partial derivative of f with respect to x, and partial derivative of f with respect to y. So do all those things and write them as assignment. Thank you.